Happy Match Day, everyone. Host Mo of the Max Football Podcast here to bring you my predicted starting 11 in League Cup Phase 1 against Club America tonight in Mexico City at the Azteca. It's going to be a tough one, but I think this group of 11 just might have their shot. I love that I'm not wasting any time with starting 11s. Let's hop into it again. As Club America is undefeated. 2 wins and a draw in their last 3 games. The last time they lost a game was against Pumas. Or actually against LA Galaxy in a friendly. But they're not used to losing. They are 16-time league champs. 3-peat. If you listen to the preview, you already understand where I'm driving at. But now let's get into the guys that I think are going to really, really make the difference. And Mikey Varas has already gone on in the media day and said that he wants to make some changes. He wants to get some guys around and see what's going on and kind of get a feel and an idea of what could actually happen in this game. And that makes you think of what players that we haven't seen we could see. Could we see an Andres Reyes? Could we see, how soon I should say, could we see Elijah Achouri? Could we see a Willie Camundo? Could we see all these names? Ian Pilcher. We can continue to go down the list. So I'm not going to hold your anticipation too much longer. Let's get into my starting goalkeeper. And Dos Santos has actually been doing really, really well, and I think that this would probably be a good game for him to continue on his streak, but at the same time, I think we need the change so he can get some much-needed rest, because if this goes south, we know we're going to need him for the next one. So I'm actually going to go with Duran Ferri to start in between the posts for this game against Club Mexico. Or sorry, Club Mexico. Club America. I done botched that one. And let's stick with the center back pairing. And as much as it is routine and, I guess, ideal for me to just say Manu Dua and Chris McVeigh, I really do think one of them needs a break. And Manu Dua, as many times as he's had issues, he's made up for his issues. And as many times as McVeigh has had issues, he hasn't really made up for his issues. But the guy who's a bit more in form is McVeigh, so this is a very hard decision. But I actually think that they're going to try to pull the trigger on Ian Murphy, and they're going to want him to get a start in, and I think it's going to be at the expense of Manu Dua. So I think our center back pairing for this game is going to be Chris McVeigh and Ian Murphy. On the right-hand side, DDT, my man Thorhausen, he looked really, really, really good going forward and just being pacey and attacking and all the things that we're not used to seeing on the right side of the fullbacks for us, because Verhoeven's really not that at all. He's not much of a defender either. But Thorhausen does have a bit of an issue. I wouldn't say a bit of an issue defending. He's just late defending. He seems out of place because he does play up so high, so it's half his fault, half the game plan fault. But I think his initial game against Minnesota United was one that left a good enough impact that he should probably get a start in this one. He did help Anders Dreyer get, I don't want to say in better position, but he made him more attacking. He made him look more of a threat than we normally have him as. So I would like to keep Thorhausen on the right-hand side. Unless they would prefer to go like with a Bombino, and then maybe they do like Sargent on their left, but I think that would be terrible. But if you did that, then I'd leave Manu Dua and McVeigh, and then do Ian Murphy on the. You can make all kinds of combinations, but for right now, it'd be Thorhausen on the right. On the left will be Luca Bombino. Luca Bombino apparently is dealing with some shin splints right now, and I would have much rather saved him for this game than I would the game against Minnesota. You can argue all you want. I'm glad he got minutes. When he got minutes, he made an awesome impact. So now that he got his minutes in, he's a little bit more ready for this. He needs to play. He needs to get some time. If and when you need to take him out, do not put in Ian Murphy at the left back spot. Don't do it. Go Carrion Sargent or do nothing else. I mean that when I say that. I want to go with an attacking set of midfielders. So I want to basically go with like a 6, an 8, and a 10. So in the 6th position is going to be none other than Jeppe Tverskov, the captain himself. He's going to be out there controlling the midfield. And I talked about it in the preview. I want to play a low block. I want to have the ability to drop down and protect in long ball situations because Club America loves to play the long ball. They love to cross it into the box. So if we can play the low block and we can have Jeppe Tverskov drop down and be a 3rd center back, a 5th defender, I think that would help us slow their attack down. And we know how to play on the counter. And with guys like Anders Dreyer, Elias Achouri, they're going to have the pace to make it on the wings and make a difference. So we got Jeppe Tverskov in the 6. In the 8, he tried. He tried to play as a left winger, but the reality is David Vasquez is not a left winger. So I want to put David Vasquez in a position where I know he will succeed, which is in the center mid. He can play the 8 and more of like an 8 and a 10, you know what I mean? A little combo 10 where he will advance a little bit more often than, than he should normally, but the guy's going to be advanced. He's going to be the guy ahead of it. I'll talk about him in a minute, but I think David Vasquez back in the middle of the pitch would do a lot better than it does at the top. He's not a winger. He's a midfielder. He's more of an attacking mid, but he can play as a center as well. Now, in the attacking mid, I thought he looked excellent in the first 40 minutes he was on, or 30 minutes, however long Gabriel Pilrani was on. But when he came on, creativity was there. Bravery was there. Selfishness was there. He wasn't afraid to take it on himself, dribble into gaps that he knew he could win. And then, only then, if he was, I wouldn't say afraid, if he didn't see anything, he got rid of it. I would rather that out of my 10, out of one of my center mids, my attacking mid, than I would him just look for good passes. Be attacking. Hence the name attacking. On the right-hand side, it's going to be Anders Dreyer. There is no other guy on the right-hand side that's going to play well enough for San Diego FC to make a difference. He has to be a big factor in this game. There is no ifs, ands, buts, maybes, or question marks about it. Anders Dreyer needs to get back to being Anders Dreyer of old. 6 goals, 9 assists in the 15 games so far this league year. It needs to be a bit better. Thorhausen will help him, and so will a better midfield. Through the middle. I've been clamoring for this because I feel this player is a little more ruthless. I feel he's a little more selfish, and we want selfish strikers. And at the same time, he's due. I hate saying it like that, but it's true. He's due. Marcus Varkston has just not been that guy. He started out super well. 11 goals, our top scorer, looking like he is in the Golden Boot run. Not looking like it, he is in the Golden Boot run. But the form has fallen all the way off. And he played the good old-fashioned Jamie Tart, hitting the corner bar all he wants. And that is as impressive as it may be, it doesn't score goals. As set up as he can be, it's still not scoring goals. So I have to pull the trigger. Because if nobody else does it, I will. Lewis Morgan starts through the middle. A proper number 9. Proper number 9. Well, at least more of one than Varkston is. But watch it blow up in my face. On the left, I said he wasn't going to start. I lied. Elias Achouri. I'm starting him. Who else are we going to have that's going to go out there and truly make an impact against this team? Who's going to have the pace, the dribbling ability, and all the above? It's not going to be David Vasquez. Alex might have the opportunity, as that's why we continuously play him like that, because he is the dribbling type. He is the pacey type. It's just not clicking for him. Maybe it clicks against Club America. Maybe it's Alex Mighton. Amal Pellegrino is not a part of the squad, or he is a part of the squad, excuse me. He's just hurt. And as far as I know, he's unavailable. So if he's unavailable, then that's not an option on the left either. So then the questions continuously be asked. Do you want to go with Brian Zamble? Do you want to risk Zamble out there? Gamble with the young lad? Save Elias Achouri for the second half, which if that's the case, that sounds good. Or do you just pull the trigger and just say, go out there, kid, and let me see what you got? Or do we try like a Morgan and Varkston situation where Morgan's on the left and then Varkston through the middle? You never know. But I'm actually not going to go with Elias Achouri through the left. I'm going to go with Brian Zamble. I've been asking for this kid to get some more minutes. He's a brave player who's not afraid to cut inside, use his pace and dribbling ability to make shots on goal. Okay. Mighton has 2 moves, and when they don't work, he does the 2 moves over again. Morgan is not a winger. He is a striker. Please stop playing him out wide. David Vasquez can't play out there. Valakari can't play out there. And again, unless we're going to start Elias Achouri right off the bat, I think Zamble is going to be your best bet. Don't be surprised if it ends up being Mighton. So, really quickly, let's go through my starting 11 once again through the goalpost, in the goal, as they say. Duran Ferry. On the right, fullback, Thorhausen. Center back pairing, Chris McVay on the right, Ian Murphy on the left. Left back, Luca Bombino. The midfielders in the 6, Yepe Tverskov. In the 8, David Vasquez. In the 10, Gabriel Pirani. Right wing, Anders Dreyer. Through the middle, Lewis Morgan. And on the left, Brian Zamble. I really do think that this is going to be a squad that's going to make a difference. Elijah Achouri should not wait any minute past the 60th minute to get on the pitch if he doesn't start. If he does start, then he should get off the pitch no later than the 65th minute. But that's my projected starting 11. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it matches up. We'll see y'all tonight, and I'll see y'all for the post-match review after this one, and then a quick turnaround preview for the game on Sunday against Tijuana. Let's go get them, boys. Good luck to y'all out there. Enjoy the day, and I'll catch y'all at the end of it. Vamos. San Diego.
Host mode when you drew from both sides. San Diego, New York, London. Let's ride. It's Max football.